You're very welcome back now. Actor, writer and performer James Collins is part of a new generation of traveller voices making their mark on stage and screen.
And he's certainly doing that, whether it is in international productions or here at home. Good morning, James. It's lovely to have you.
Morning.
How are you doing?
All good. Yourself?
I'm good. Tell us how you got into performing.
I got into performing through my uncle Michael Collins. He was on Glenroe a couple of years ago as well. He kind of set me put up in that way, but he would have kind of set me up in that way. I kind of seen it through him, and I was really into it. So
yeah.
And your first big role was, I remember, a lot of us would remember, it was King of the Travellers back in 2012 with John Connors. Yeah,
that was my first role. Yeah, believe it or not, like I take a lot of advice and stuff from John Connors as well. Like he's one. Like Michael was the first, let's say, like traveller actor, but he got the first. So I take a lot of inspiration from him, from Michael. That was my first role, in the King of the Travellers. I was actually acting as the younger version of John in that, and then I kind of stopped for a while and got back into it when I was about 18. So
yeah, because you were a very young child during that, and then you got back into it. Because I want you to tell us about how this is seen within your community. So how are the arts viewed?
It's 50-50. Like travellers in general, they weren't natural artists. Like a lot of travellers back then were like poets, they were storytellers. Like even the tinsmith, even though that's kind of a trade-ish, it's still artistic. So it's 50-50. Like some people there, like some travellers there, they'd be 100% for it. And there's other fellas there, they'd be like, it just depends. It's like any art with any, even settled people. Yeah. Some people love it, some people hate it. It just depends.
Yeah.
Do you think it's more accepted now?
Like in the travelling community?
Yeah, within yours.
I'd say, because of the likes of Michael and John. Yeah. Because they paved the way for younger fellas to come through, like me. And, which to be honest, I'm not saying anything bad about what they've done or anything, but I even think it's still important for the likes of me to be coming through. Because then people there that's like 17, 18, 19, that wants to get into the arts, they'd look at me quicker than they'd look at John, because I'm their age and I'm doing it, so it's... So, it's more accepted now, definitely, yeah.
And from that point of view, you are in ITV's show, The Bay. I think is it on Series 6? This is what you're appearing in.
The Bay season 6, that was getting filmed in Manchester. Markham John was actually on that as well. I worked with him on that. And, it was kind of my first, let's say, big set, because it was a huge set,
Yeah.
So it was lovely to be on there. The cast and crew were lovely. I had not one bad word to say about them. It was actually an Irish director that was directing it as well, a fella called Brian O'Malley. Lovely man to work with as well. So it was nice to kind of have still Irish film industry, like people with likes of Brian and John over there in England with me doing it,
But it's got to be like just bigger. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a beast.
Big set.
It's a beast.
Set,
But getting something like that, it must drive you on.
100% it does.
Yeah. 1,000,000%
it does. Like, when I was sat there, I remember just being sat in the trailer at my first maybe 1 or 2 days. And
I love this in my trailer.
No.
When I was sat in my trailer.
No, but I was sat in my trailer and like, this is the life, man. You know what I mean? Like, this is the life.
And that's going to be out soon. You filmed it already. It's the upcoming 6th season that's coming out. But you wrote a play, a one-man show called Tinker Teen. Can you tell me about this? Because I know that it was you confronting your own community, essentially.
In a way, yeah. In a way. So when I originally wrote it, I wrote it just in a way of like, kind of, obviously I'm a younger traveller, so kind of a young travelling boy. His mother and father has issues. His father ends up dying and makes him make a deathbed promise to look after the family, and how he comes to terms with that. Like, of trying to be, let's say, this older person, having to grow up too soon and take care of the family. Obviously, his brothers and sisters don't get the same respect as they would their father. So even though that was the main storyline, I was, let's say, confronting many issues that's within the travelling community. And I also invited a lot of traveller organisations, the likes of Pavy Point, the likes of Blanchetown Development Group, and just travellers in general. I asked travellers to come to it, and it was a theatre full of travellers looking at this one-man show, and I confronted every one of them. So.
And how was that then, for you?
For me, nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Nerve-wracking. It was took up well. I got a good reception for it, and it was actually in the dock as well, the Traveller Family. But no, it was nerve-wracking. Like, I love the stage and I love bouncing off other cast members on stage, but it's completely different on your own in a one-man show, and it was the first time ever doing it. So.
What do you mean what issues were you confronting within the community? Mental health issues, I would assume, would be something that was part of it?
Yeah, mental health issues. So, like, again, with travellers and with settled people and with anyone in general, there's also this stigma around men's mental health.
Yeah.
So I was confronting that, and I was confronting, let's say, travellers have a drinking problem. You know, like, he's fond of a few drinks, but he's not alcoholic. So I was kind of confronting that in a way as well.
Yeah.
Of like, with the father almost dying over. Well, he did die, but like almost because of the drink. Let's say. You know, so I was confronting that as well. But it was a good little show. You know, it was took up well, so I really enjoyed doing it, even though I was very nervous.
Very nervous. And you're also you're developing a film. Ennis Fair.
Trying to, yeah. So I have a bit of a script wrote up there. Me and a mate of mine wrote it. We wanted to write it in a way of it's authentic from the traveller's point of view, and it's also authentic from the settled person's point of view. So it's basically it's a love story essentially. But what I want people it's about, let's say, a traveller by musician back in the 70s, 80s. I'm not sure which timeline we're having it in yet, and he's travelling from fair to fair with this show. End up falling in love with a girl there. They know the fair has to move on. They limit the time, wondering what should they just go themselves? Yeah. Should they go on with the fair? What should happen? They face prejudice from both sides. What I want people to take from this is not the love story. What I want people to take from this is for travellers to look at settled person's point of view on them, and settled people to look at travellers' point of view on them, and how they come to terms with it and bring that into real life.
Beautiful. Hopefully you can bring that through and get it made. Continued success. ITV's The Bay. It's the upcoming series, season 6, that you'll be able to see James Collins in. Pleasure to talk to you, James. Thanks for coming in this morning. Really do mean it. Thanks a million. Cheers.